Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela Arriaga, James Colley, WillItForge, and our host, Peter Alexander. With special guest, the One-Ton Hammer. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Show. Tonight's guest is the One-Ton Hammer. Yo, Hammer.
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Who's that
Hammer.
guy?
I'd like you to meet my brother, Clown13420, in chat.
Oh, hello.
Yo, Stream
Hey,
Uncle.
Monko.
Brother, this
Yo,
is
my
the
car.
One-Ton Hammer.
What else? If you go to the pinned comment chat, you will find a Patreon link with all the GoFundMes and charities that we kind of support here. There are a few new ones, but the one I really want to point out is called Samaritan's Purse. It is to help the victims of the hurricane that recently tore through our country. You know, left or right, we're all, countrymen, and we should protect each other. So if you can give anything, please do. Hopefully it'll get to them. What else? That's it for the intro. Yay, I did it. Didn't fuck up. Sweet.
Yay, it's here.
Go to hell. All right.
Hi, Keith.
What was that?
I don't know. It's a cat.
Are the cats okay?
Yes, they're fine.
Okay.
As always, I want to play our friend Tragic sent us a video. Sent us two videos actually, but I want to play this one because I fucking love Caleb Hammer, and I hate this guest. Nope.
You having issues there, bud?
Me? Yes, always.
He's streamer. He can internet.
There it is. All right, so this is Caleb
Oh
Hammer.
God, yeah.
Oh,
Kind of wish we
Christ.
could find the actual video instead of having it being posted by Ian Miles Strong.
I know the actual. I'm subscribed to Caleb Hammer. I know the actual. I know this guest. This guest here. I can't stand her. So Caleb Hammer. Caleb Hammer is this financial auditor YouTuber. He does, hey, you bring him your financial reports. He does what he can to get you on the path to financial security.
This is going to break my brain.
Like get you out of debt and get you situated. He does that.
For so many people, it's basically telling them to stop being retarded.
It literally is. And this guest here is she has a silver spoon in her mouth and she's unemployed.
She's what?
He'll explain it.
All right, I'll play it.
Capitalism.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Capitalism is bad. I don't like it.
Yeah, really easy for someone to say that grew up in a really nice house in one of the best school districts in
I
Texas.
know, but it's
Who has the rent paid for, that is able to go to Europe and on a whim with their sister, who's able to do girl math, who's able to be fun employed. Yeah, it's easy to say that the system's bad when you're doing that because you've never had to work for it. You never got to actually see what happens when you put in the work and get benefits and actually have a little bit of responsibility and actually build something or do anything. You've grew up in privilege beyond privilege beyond privilege beyond privilege. It's only the people who speak like you that grew up in a world where you've never had to do a single thing in your life. I don't want to hear about that. What a joke.
I'm sorry. I just wish everybody had like.
I wish a lot of things. Wishing doesn't get people places.
He crushed the world.
Systems possible. This doesn't matter. Oh my.
He made that girl cry.
All right, so
Good.
yes. So it's called. She called it fun employee because she's unemployed. She doesn't want to work anywhere. She doesn't have to work anywhere, so she can pursue leisurely things. Because her parents are fairly well off, and they pay her rent.
Sounds like they're loaded.
I think like mom's a doctor and dad's was a lawyer. I think they're retired. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember all of it, but I know who she is. And like she has a shit ton of debt because she like he talked about how she went to England to visit her sister, and that got her in debt. Like she had credit cards up the ass. He rips into her.
So what, did mommy and daddy cut her off or something?
No,
She just thinks that because everything's paid for her and that whole thing, that obviously just means that capitalism is bad.
fucking
How does
frosted.
she think that the people who pay her shit for her pay her shit for her?
Because she's doing the exact same shit Karl Marx did, to where he mooched off all his fucking friends and relatives and was still saying like, it's the people who create this system. They're the bad ones. Yes, I'm saying he's a fucking drunk.
He was. Wait a minute. Maybe we should just change the name to Fun Enslaved. God damn it, Frosted. But it is the height of privilege that she has to say, oh, well, if everybody, capitalism is bad. But again, like y'all said, you benefited from capitalism. If capitalism didn't exist, you'd be in a fucking coal mine, unable to go to England with your sister just to visit. You'd be too busy working.
She wouldn't survive the coal mines.
She wouldn't. That was
Like she wouldn't survive being on the wrong end of a nail salon.
Oh,
God, there's every end of the nail salon is the wrong end.
Oh, this one pissed me off to no end.
Weird.
Hold on.
Oh, I've seen this one where she's trying to say this is a red flag.
And I don't understand why, but
because she's retarded.
I started recording my date as soon as I noticed some red flags. And right before our sushi came, he pulled these out. He told me they were chopsticks with a Star Wars reference.
They're super cute.
It was super weird, and he even brought some for me, but I started recording.
All right, so I have a knife, a fork, silverware set travel kit. Like chopsticks, knife, fork, spoon, teaspoon.
Yeah, I have that too. I have a couple of them.
Yeah. Like if I'm going somewhere, not to say that the restaurant is dirty. If I'm going out with my friends, I'm not gonna bring my book bag with me. But if I have my book bag with me, I have it in there. So I'm just gonna pull it out and use that.
Say most people have a travel set of silverware in that it's usually just kept in their work lunchbox.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you have to bring your food with you because you have to be out of the house all day and you use public transportation,
but
you have travel cutlery.
I said, but with her, she's saying that it's red flags because she's pulling up that whole thing that this is something that a child would do, most likely.
No,
because he likes to have fun.
Wait, hold on, Henry, you about to say something?
Nerd.
Henry, about to say something.
I was gonna say I kind of agree with her. If she's looking for a serious relationship, for as much of a Star Trek, Star Wars, science fiction geek that I am, if I'm going on a date with a girl, I'm not bringing Star Wars I'm not bringing any other thing with me. I'm sure the restaurant has the appropriate tools to be able to eat food. I don't need to bring Star Wars lightsaber chopsticks with me. That's silly. Yeah,
Again,
not on this one.
No. I'm just saying, if I got my book bag if I had my book bag with me, if I were doing, say, using this as an example, say somebody and I were going out and just out of work. I'm fresh out of work.
I'll say, well, here's how I can agree with Hammer. If this is a nicer restaurant and a first date, you save that.
Because this is the background. The background looked like it was a pretty nice place.
Yeah. That would be the only part that I could get behind that one. But otherwise, it's still that whole thing of like, not everyone's going to have the same thing. And that is more of an older mentality of like that's just silly to do anything of that aspect. It should be basically damn near a straight business acquisition is the way that should be taken. And that is how some people look at it.
The way I'm seeing it, the boy dodged a bullet.
Yeah,
I kind of agree, and here's the big catch: as I can actually see every side of this. Like if a guy did that while we were out, I would think it's the coolest thing ever because it means I can be my nerdy self and it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wasn't a nerd, I could see why it would kind of weird somebody else out.
Well, you see, he's filtering for inadequate nerdiness.
There you go.
This is a first date, right?
I'm going to assume it doesn't give us enough information. Just said as soon as she noticed red flags on a date.
I mean, I just said flat out he should have noticed the red flags as well as soon as she started recording.
Yeah. I mean, he was nice enough to offer her some.
Yeah.
Hey, I got second pair.
I'm a little more weirded out by the idea of somebody deciding to record because our date started. Because she was recording before he pulled out the chopsticks.
Yeah, because we don't know what the plausible first red flags were.
What were you recording for? Are you checking to make sure that you don't get raped at the table or something?
Well, if you pay attention to the video, it says, I started recording as soon as I noticed some red flags. But she was already recording, so we don't know what the initial red flags were. It then just immediately goes into, oh, he busted out Star Wars lightsaber chopsticks. And he even had a second set.
He was prepared and thoughtful.
There's certain things you don't do on a first date. And I mean, if you get comfortable with somebody over time and you want to be a little funny or express some of your interests or something like that, might be a little weird. That's fine. But if this is a first date, you got to kind of play that close to the chest.
Well, it depends on how quickly you want to filter out people who are going to not
It depends on how generally awkward you are. Like,
yeah,
you might just think it's.
Well, then the question is as well as like, how much did they talk before the date? Because if these things were known prior to the date, it wouldn't be near as bad. Again, it's that whole thing of we don't have a lot of context, but by the way she's putting things off, she
don't have all the information.
Well, we don't have all the information, but she also kind of reminds me of the woman that would used to be like, men used to go to war and die.
She kind of reminds me of the steak chick.
Or the ones that will go and be like, why do men have hobbies? You should be out there trying to be an entrepreneur when you're not doing your regular job. And it's like, you don't need to spend 24/7 on the hustle. Men used to have hobbies as well before the whole thought process of you just got to be on the grind.
I'm seeing it from the other side. I'm saying that I'm playing the part of the girl, and I have a guy here who's bringing to the table his Lego Enterprise, his Transformer figurines, and a bunch of pop things. There's pop dolls that they have. It's like, dude, come on.
All right, okay.
He's just beyond borderline autistic.
What are you spending money on? You know?
Okay, that's all right. So, all my bills are paid by the 11th of the month, and if I wanted to to get a little something, a little extra something on the side after all my bills are paid, after everything that I have to do is done. Come on now, it's my money.
First
Now,
date.
Hammer, autists need love too.
Again, I can agree with Hammer. First date, you're taking it a
Yes.
little too far. But again, due to the lack of context, we really can't know. Like, we don't know what was talked about on the leading up to them agreeing to go on this first date. Had they met before and talked about how he was a Star Wars fan and maybe she was, but she's seeing this is going too far or something. So,
Or
like I said, I can definitely see Hammer's point and can, for the most part, agree with them of like, dude, if this is the first date and none of this was originally known, you're going too far.
or we don't even know. Maybe he had a bad experience at at that particular restaurant. Like, yeah, I don't use their chopsticks because X, Y, and Z. They're never that sanitary.
It
We
just
don't
gives
know.
me.
Well-
I still live at home with my mom and dad. That's what it gives me.
Yeah.
I would actually disagree with that one, but that's just because of how many people I know that still like stuff, or is it they still can afford a job and whatnot. But it's like, it's a sushi restaurant. If they're not giving you in paper chopsticks, something's wrong.
Again,
Yeah,
I've never been to a sushi restaurant. Every time I've gotten sushi, it's been on the go.
God,
Hey,
I
I've
miss
been
the
to a
sushi go
sushi
around.
restaurant, and most of them don't have the greatest chopsticks. Of course, those Star Wars ones aren't the greatest chopsticks; they're just stylish. Geeking you.
They look like a pretty nice place. I assume that they can afford decent chopsticks for their guests.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been to a couple different sushi restaurants in Japan, so I guess I'm jaded in the whole thing of like, quite literally, you always get the freshly wrapped, like brand new, never been open set of like disposable, because they're the cheapest thing they can fucking do, and you
Right.
really don't have to worry about the sanitariness of them because they're always going to be that way.
The places that I go to here usually have their own, but they're like the
Oh, yeah,
stainless
frosted.
steel or the like they're plastic, but they're made to look like marble, kind of.
Frosted glass. Shouldn't go to a sushi restaurant in the first place. Everyone knows ladies love Chick-fil-A.
Because then to like still live at home with the parents, I always make the argument, how do you know? It's like, why is it considered okay for a woman to live at home with her parents, but not the guy? And you never know, he might be living with the parents because they have a medical condition. He's paying for things and also helping them after that.
I guess
This is me being a little
No.
bit of a dick in that whole situation. It also kind of
Keith.
goes on the old joke of some women will have the whole thing to where you can say, you know, you have a problem with a guy living at home with his mom, but you have no problem sleeping with a guy who lives at home with his wife. Again,
Oh.
not all women.
Ooh.
There are
Keith,
men
it's not
who do
that your
it
jokes
too.
aren't funny. It's just that Frost is fucking doing Frosted
Dude, she was
shit.
on fire last night.
She was on fire last night. But you know, when you battling Frosty, you got to bring your A game, your B game, and your C game. Frosty be coming out with some bangers. It's not that I'm ignoring you, Keith. Oh man, sorry.
It's
Have
just
a
one of
vision
those weird
box,
things that's like, depending on how you're looking at the dating scene, it's different to the generations and how different individuals are.
Again, if I'm coming straight from work, if I say the plan is, look, I can go out on this date, but I gotta come straight from work. Because 9 times out of 10, I will have my work bag with me, and my chopsticks are in my work bag. My utensils are in my work bag.
I'm not going for a date after work because I work second shift from a factory and that whole thing. And the first date to me is always going to be lunch. I know it pisses some women off, but I don't want my entire day fucked because, you know, wondering how things are going to go. And then if things don't go well, then, well, that was a fucking blow of a day. It's like, I'd rather have it been like, let's go to lunch where there's a lot of people. And if things don't turn out, and we can say the best of the worst case scenarios is we're both just like, this isn't going to work out between us. You have yourself a wonderful day and you can go do whatever the fuck you want.
See, you just need to do a Waffle House date.
See, I never go
dinner and a
on
show?
dates on my. I try not to go on days I'm off because, again, I wouldn't ruin my day. If I go after work, which is normally my thing, it's less likely. Like I'm.
I was just gonna say there's like next to nothing open when I get out of work. So other than going to bars, which I am just not the fan of.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
A bar is never really a good place for a first date, anyway.
There's Denny's and there's Waffle House. That should cover you for all of your first date needs.
The only Denny's where I live has been closed and torn down, and there is no Waffle House in Michigan that I'm aware of, at least on the southwest side.
In the summertime, there's only one place that I would take a date, and that's MS Grill. And the only reason, and I can't go there by myself because,
because you're a pussy.
That too. Mm-hmm.
If I can't go to the restaurant by myself, something's wrong.
What's in the MS Grill, and why can't you go by yourself?
Oh, it's one of my favorite places to eat, but if I go there by myself, it's just that there's a lot of old memories there.
So you're gonna bring a girl to a place where you got baggage?
No, it's not baggage. It's just some memories there. Like that's one of the last places I ate with my mom and whatnot. So, like I said,
who knew?
You know, just some shit. I don't want to go there by myself. It'll keep my mind distracted.
Yeah, I don't do the going out a lot because it's out. It's peoply. It's all kinds of bad.
It is not a plantation frosted, and Trady says I took a date to a Waffle House and dated a Waffle House waitress.
I always like to make the old joke. It's like I really don't date, not just because I don't go out and everything, but because that extra money could get put towards guns and ammo.
I haven't found anybody crazy enough to deal with my insanity. Like one day I will find that crazy person, and we will.
You're too crazy for them? Are they too crazy?
I can't be one normal person. I'm
That'll
crazy.
be that whole thing where the next time we hear about Tyr, it'll be in the news.
Man gets shanked by girlfriend over chicken nuggets debate.
Oh,
see, I know somebody who would.
Hey,
date
that
me,
happens.
But I'm, aside from not being in the market generally right now, that is putting up with me on that level is a whole nother level of crazy. I'm not sure I'm ready to cope with.
My problem is I keep finding it. God damn it, Tragic. Shit, Tragic. I'm sending you the link.
I think Tragic's like Jack Cochran, where they just attract weird.
I have to make sure that I understood that correctly, Will. Did you just say that you're not sure that you're able to deal with somebody crazy enough to deal with your crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. I just needed to make sure that I got that right.
And Tyr, did you thank Keith?
Yes, I remember to thank Keith. Sorry, Keith. Thank you.
Where do you guys normally take a first date?
When I used to date, a movie.
Movies your go-to?
Yep. Give me a second, Tragic.
I'm so out of practice because I haven't gone out and date in like 10 years or more.
Yeah,
But typically, like if it would have been in Japan, it probably would have been to like a sushi go round or a ramen joint or something. Yeah, it's still been something that's like it's not too expensive, but it's also not like you can still get a good full meal there, and it technically is a sit down place.
Where do the men in your life take you, Angela?
Insane.
Wait,
no, I got it, Angela. For granted.
That actually happens more often than you would think. But
Is it usually food? Is it museums?
Honestly, I've never really actually been on a date when I wasn't married. Like even when before my ex and I got married, we didn't actually really date. We just like hung out around each other's families
Mhm.
and stuff. Hung out with his roommates, whatever, but we never really went on dates. I can say that what I would consider to be a nice date would be there's a park here that is actually an old World's Fair exposition
Mhm.
called Balboa Park that has a whole bunch of different types of museums and gardens and things like that, plus several food places and cafes and things like that. To go and like have lunch or just coffee at one of those places, and then if that goes well, go to one of the museums or one of the gardens or something and just hang out for a while would be a lovely date.
Yeah, you tried it.
Hello. So we're talking about dating.
Yeah. Where do you take your first date?
There has been a lot of them. I've taken 2 of them to art gallery openings. I've taken 1 to Cattleman's, which is the steak restaurant in town. The absolute worst idea I had, it was actually the most expensive one, and honestly, I should have asked more questions about it first. But there is a humongous light display in my hometown. I mean, it takes over an entire park. They have flights over it in a Cessna.
Oh.
Okay, was she afraid of heights or was she epileptic?
She found out that she was afraid of flying.
Oh, dear God.
At approximately 1,000 feet above the ground in a Cessna.
Oh no.
That's a bad place to discover you're afraid of flying. I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can tell you the best air quotes date and the worst. It was supposed to be a date I've ever been on. The best date I've ever been on, the guy that I sort of dated right after my divorce, was also a public transportation person. Bob Dylan was playing at an outdoor park that's right by a trolley station that happens to be right by an IKEA. If you go to the back of the IKEA, you have like perfect sound from any concerts happening in the park, and you can see the stage. So he and I went and saw Bob Dylan live.
Oh, nice.
At the IKEA.
Just hanging out in the back parking lot of the IKEA.
That was my. I'll tell you is because they went to go hear the concert without after paying for it. Crime pays.
That was probably my best date. That, or we also went. He got super discounted tickets to see Celtic Woman.
Okay.
At UCSD. That was also a really good date. The worst date I ever had was a guy that I met on a dating app. Turned around, set up the date. We were going to go see, I want to say 24-hour photo. Or something with Robin Williams as a bad guy.
1 hour photo.
Yeah, that one.
Only movie he was the bad guy in.
I showed up. No, he's been a bad guy in 2. I showed up. I'm usually early, so I'm fine. Whatever. At 5 minutes till the movie's supposed to start, I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go get my ticket. I get out of the line, and he shows up, and he's like, "Oh, you already got your ticket. Oh, I thought you were gonna buy one for me."
Oh no.
Oh.
Then he
Ooh.
turns around and tries to make out in his car afterwards, and I'm like, no, do not touch me. This is not okay. You already, like, this was already bad.
Angela.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is already bad. Then I find out that he was actually, there's okay, this happened during a 1-year break that I was on in the middle of my marriage. And my ex lived with a friend of his who was dating a girl who it turned out was also going on dates with this same guy. And they were actually they were actually fucking on their dates. And I'm like, oh, no. I dodged a bullet with that one because, he was such a skeeve.
I think my favorite date was at the time was with my girlfriend Melissa. We went to this concert I remember right vividly. It was a concert for Chados, Coheed and Cambria, and Linkin Park.
What did you say the first band was?
Chados.
Do you mean Chiodos?
Chiodos.
I know the band because it's from Michigan.
Oh, well then, all right, fine. Chiodos.
That's just like, Chados? The fuck is Chados? Do you mean Chiodos?
Oh, I don't know how to say their goddamn name. I'm sorry, but it was the headliner was Linkin Park, and they came Chiodos or Chiodos.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. So this is just after it came out, and they had the song "Shadow of the Day" on it, and she fucking loved "Shadow of the Day." So in the middle of them singing the song, I held her close and started, singing in her ear. I was more there for Coheed and Cambria, and we got really great seats. Like I got us nosebleeds, but because like it wasn't a big ass, it wasn't that full. They actually moved us to better seats. So I got like $200 seats for about maybe 50 off. So about $150 for both. I missed
First dates have been dinner in a movie, walk in the park.
That's my go-to. My go-to is the park.
Amusement park.
No, like a regular standing park.
No, I mean, right. Walk in a park regular, but one of my first dates was actually an amusement park. So,
so hopefully nobody got sick on any rides.
Yeah.
Not super sick. There was a brief spell of not feeling the best, but what really tried to mess that up is the Wisconsin roads broke off 3 consecutive lugs on one of the vehicle's wheels. So I had to take a certain amount of time away from the park and the date to get that fixed.
Oof.
Say, non-first dates has included concerts and the like too, including a war pretty close in for Chicago and the Beach Boys. And when they said they're going to play a slow dance song, we took them up on it.
Would you say?
Make sure. Here, I actually have a picture from my first date with Robin. I sent it to you on Twitter.
I'm about to pull it up now. It's him and Velma.
And I also had pictures from our second date.
Hold on. Stop sharing. Did you send it?
Not yet. I'm in the process. We went to an art gallery. And that behind us was this weird art installation where a guy basically used a little receipt printer and printed out everything he did for 3 years and then hung it from the ceiling.
Huh.
Oh.
That's an odd one unless you make it look like something.
It didn't.
I've seen some really amazing pieces done by the hanging it from the ceiling kind of thing. Around here, they've had something annually called Art Prize. Brings in a lot of different artists and different exhibits and everything. Somewhere I got some pictures. This really amazing thing is a dragon made from suspending different items from the ceiling.
Where am I?
Last time I went to the art gallery in my city, oh God, I can't remember. Baltimore isn't known for its art scene.
And she took me to our second date, and she took me to see Fifi, and I put a picture.
Fifi's plane.
Yes, Fifi.
Okay, that is not what I was thinking, considering I was watching Unsubscribed early, and that is not what they talked about for making a Fifi.
She took me to go see Fifi.
Is it old World War II bomber?
That's a B-29, and I got to climb through it.
Ooh, I hate you. I want tragic. We are no longer friends because you got to climb through a B-2 bomber, a B-29 bomber.
I just think it is funny, as I just got back from a date tonight, anyways. So today, anyways.
So I can't ever say I've climbed through a bomber. I have gotten to sit in the cockpit of an A-10, and I have obviously sat in the flight deck of a C-130, but I've even gotten to sit on the flight deck of and work on the one that was in the first Transformers movie.
Okay.
The AC-130 that Tyrese, what's his name, says, "Bring the rain."
Mm-hmm.
That shoots the on the desert. Yeah, I've worked on that plane. This was after it was already in the movie, of course.
I've been in an A-10 and I've been in an F-15.
I'll tell you this: I can tell why they like freaking small pilots for fighter jets, because, dear God, I'm only 5'10", and those things ain't got a lot of room.
One or two others I've been in as well. Plus visiting a number of the boats that you don't mess with.
I used to give tours on an American submarine.
Really?
Yeah, USS Pacuna at Penn's Landing in Pennsylvania.
They've got one at Patriots Point too. They've got Yorktown. They've got, is it a cruiser or a destroyer? I forget which. And they've got a sub there. Going through there and look up, and in the Yorktown, going through one of the tour areas, look up, and it's like, oh, that's asbestos. Nice.
Shit. Ron has a side video, but I want to play this one. This one was fucking cute.
Mine's meant to just be one of those like to laugh at, because it's a Halo / 40K discussion in a way.
Ooh. But yeah, this Warhammer 40K. One, yes. This one was fucking hilarious.
Rotten, this picture's for you. Got this one off it.
I'm a speedy chunk boy.
It was on a thread. Is one of the super heavy loads is like, it doesn't matter if you're wearing class 4 plates if I make them kiss.
Well, everyone forgets when it's still like level 4 plates or whatnot. That energy is still going to be brought up.
Yeah.
You still feel that.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
lucky, you just break ribs.
It's like one of my favorite ones for that's the short video to where it's like what happens after a person gets shot, but it just shows some guy like he just finished chugging a beer and he's like, yeah, oh, and he bends over to puke.
This turtle, this baby turtle.
Wait, this is real. This isn't AI, right? Because it's almost
Yes.
like AI.
This little baby turtle is so fucking happy. I don't care if it's AI. This so cute.
That is
Somebody's
so
having a good
cute.
day.
Yeah, I love turtles are one of my favorite animals. So yes, I love turtles.
I'm more of a fan of the teenage ninja variety that are mutants.
This one's for Tier.
Who's your daddy? Stop it right now. You know what? I'd be insulted, but wait a minute. Who is my father?
Tier.
What? I'll just ask a small question. This one, another funny one, and I'll play yours soon. Tragic. I played the Caleb Hammer one you sent me. I fucking hate her,
Oh, Caleb is so funny.
especially when he's ripping into people.
Do you know why I pulled you over just now?
This one is
This is
fucking hilarious.
classic. This is an
I
old
think
book
I
gold.
saw this.
Sir,
Sorry, I was speeding
I'm gonna have to write you a speeding.
because my wife is giving birth to my baby, my son.
Hi, I was wondering if there are any mothers here who are giving birth to babies and there isn't a father.
A lot.
Thank God. That's it.
There's more to the video than that.
It is.
Play along until he leaves.
You're late.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I'll let you off with a warning.
I find that stupid. Oh God, Jesus Christ, that was terrible. I love that one. Try the one you sent me something.
I sent you a couple things. One of them is something stupid I read in one of the community Facebook groups today.
Where did I put it though? There.
In Discord.
No. Whenever you send me something, I'll immediately put it in, and there it is. And let me refresh. That way it plays automatically.
Alexa, I'm trying to talk to you. Are you telling me? Would you dare tell me? If you tell me what? Hey. Alexa.
Oh man.
What did she say?
She said Alexa. She's trying to get Alexa to do something, but I guess the British accent, the Scottish accent, wouldn't go through. Man, I can't read it. It's too far away. What did it say, Rodney?
Oh, and this one it says, you have 24 hours until I detonate the device. Good day. Call the Avengers. No, this is a job for the Fantastic Four. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to call for a vote. This may be the most important decision in our country faces. In a unanimous decision, Congress has just agreed to give Israel $1 trillion.
What the fuck?
What?
And he sent me another one. Did I put that? Yeah, I put that one up. That's the Alexa one. I'm at the save.
Just to comment on some
Wow.
stuff in the chat. I don't know. Say
Amen.
maybe it's just how come to
I
get to
can't
know you
stop
here in the
drinking.
introductions and everything, Keeve. I can't imagine anyone saying that you're boring. Seems like their loss.
Again, another man's trash is one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Good.
What?
I wouldn't use that phrase, but I think the sentiment's there. But
One man's poor decision is another man's gain.
One man's inability to see what's there is another man's
One man's stupidity is another man's blessing.
There it is. I like that one better.
see, Keith, you get a point there. You wouldn't be fun or boring if you you picked a plate up and threw it across the room like a frisbee.
At him, please tell me at him.
Maybe if I call it the scene where he just breaks out into opera singing, brings out a Viking helmet, gets to the spear and goes, I have the sticks and cinnamon and I need cash now. Sorry.
That hurt. Ouch.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Oh God, we're not doing the Von Traps. Not on my screen. We're not singing that horrible, horrible, horrible musical.
My parents got to see them live.
Yeah. I hate all of you.
They're still a musical family too.
That could have been stretched out. Even my great grandparents got to see him live. Yeah, they were on their way to arrest him.
Yeah, I can't pull that one off. I don't have any German in the background.
Are the Von Traps gay? I don't know. Are Von Traps gay? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, what enough did I have?
Let me play this one. See what
whatever.
this is.
Chaplain, yes, well,
I
we've
love
talked
this dude.
about this several times. We've talked about it several times, and there is nothing morally corrupt about drinking hot dog water. You can drink it all you want. Did you ask around, though, about it? Like, is it bad? Yes, I talked to the other chaplains about it, the ones in my faith, and the Islamic ones, and the Wiccan ones, and a Catholic one.
The Muslim one, and some of them might. It's like
And
maybe
all
the,
of us, I mean, it's
The
not a
Muslim
sin.
one
You can
and the
drink
Jew might have
nothing
an
but
issue.
hot dog water.
And that's if they're
It can
not
be the only
all beef hot
fluid you
dogs.
consume, and it would not. You're not any further from heaven for doing that. What about putting my shopping cart in the shopping cart thing, but backwards? all right. Again, this is odd, but this is also not a sin. It's not a sin.
Yes, it is.
You got something going on you want to talk about? Because I am fully confidential. I'm not saying anything to anybody. I'm certainly not repeating to them anything you've said to me. Are you okay, son? I can't stop drinking, Chaplain. Yes, well, we've talked about this several times. We've talked
That's
about
replaying.
it several times.
It is?
And there is nothing morally...
I don't think the Jewish people would probably agree with that. They're not really big on pork.
Yeah, that's why I said it would have to be a all beef hot dog.
It still deals with...
What the hell?
It would also have to be a synthetic casing. Otherwise, no.
No, don't
All right.
try drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Say, if
They're
that's what makes
bad.
you a stick in the mud, then being a stick in the mud is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, some people they go through to then they do that thing with the needles, the old Chinese thing, heroin.
Acupuncture?
I was about to make a heroin joke too.
Unfortunately, Brother Limp Bizkit can't start playing or we get booted.
She thought I was.
Yeah.
He thought it was boring, so I started heroin.
My roommate at
I'm on
trade
fun
school I
now.
went to said that it smelled like hot dog water, and me and my other roommate cracked up. What does hot dog water smell like?
Water
Who's
that
never
hot,
been to the
water
ballpark?
that hot dogs have been boiled in,
Yep.
which is the boiling hot dogs to begin with is just evil.
Like, I boil sausages, accurate sausages. I have never said, like, you know what, let me smell the water. I just tossed that shit in the sink. Clean the dish.
Why would you go through all that? You just pop it in the microwave. Problem solved.
I don't have a microwave.
Because I cook mine in the air fryer.
Put it in a toaster oven?
I don't have a toaster
Use
oven.
an air fryer? I don't
want to
care.
use my air fryer.
Mine in the sous
Fry
vide.
them in a frying pan.
Just don't
But
boil
do
it.
not boil that shit. It's gross.
I do mine in the sous vide, and then I brown them in a pan if I want to. But that way I can pull them out of the freezer in the morning, and they're cooking while I'm working.
Nothing's easier than a microwave. You just toss in there, hit the 1 minute button, and take it out and eat it. It's just that quick.
Oh.
I just
I own the
prefer
microwave.
them in
I'd
the air
get a little
fryer. It's
chunkier
almost
than
like
I
they've been
would.
on the grill.
All the other ones are too dangerous. Put it in a microwave or put it in a toaster. I mean, how wide does a slot have to be to accommodate a hot dog? And then it drips into the toaster. And everything, every piece of bread. Yeah, well, I'm just talking about a toaster, but every piece of bread after that, it's going to smell like
hot dog.
hot dog. It's going to permeate, So
sous vide, it's impossible to overcook. You never,
rather than
you can't burn it. You can't mess it up. It keeps it at the perfect temperature.
It's
forever.
literally the same technology as a hot dog cart, where it steams the hot dog instead of boiling it to where it's grosser.
Go to hell, James. Look. All right, I will cook my sausages, cut them up, and I will put them in the refrigerator for dinner. Like, I don't need. I'm on the go. I'm trying to do shit. I'm trying to get into work, get cleaned up, relax, have dinner, go to sleep. All in that order. So boiling those damn hot dogs only takes 5 minutes. Guess what I'm gonna do? Thank you.
I want to build one of those electric hot dog cookers.
I don't think I have a wrench either, James.
You should have you should have a wrench. Both of you should have wrenches. James, I know why James doesn't have a wrench because he doesn't have it on that profile. Let me jump over and fix that.
Yeah, he can stay that way.
James, that's why you don't have a wrench because your old thing had a wrench. Where is it? Well,
I feel like have a wrench because the last time he had one, he dropped it in the sewers. I thought we went over this.
And nobody wants to float. Thank you.
We all float down here.
Hey, this is my season. Let me make my jokes.
Oh, fine then. My bad. There you go, James.
Dude, your channel's not monetized?
Nope. Half of it is because I don't have the watch hours.
I don't think you have enough subscribers either. I think you don't.
Yeah,
you have 400.
I think it's 400 plus some other stuff.
Yeah, there's like 2 different things. You continue on with that. I'll bring it up.
So I'm gonna have to break out a couple of my devices that have a couple different accounts on them. Just give them a Dear Alexander playlist and let them run for $500 each.
It's 500 subscribers. I got the upload because I do more than 3 videos in 90 days, and you have to have 3,000 public watch hours or 3 million public short views
in less than 90 days.
Yeah, I don't want to be monetized to begin with. I don't want that.
If I could, it'd be neat. I wouldn't put it on the fucking thing for any super chats. I'd just try to have my videos, but I completely forgot to do any recording on Friday, so instead I just enjoyed the range day with my dad.
Once you become eligible, YouTube won't let you forget it. Like Minions is capable of being monetized because we have the appropriate metrics, but anytime you sign into the channel, you'll get a little pop up. At least I do. That says, "Hey, you could be monetized." I'm like, we don't. It's not why we're here, man. Stop asking me. No, what part of no don't you get? You know,
because YouTube wants to get that sweet ad revenue.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
they
of
want
course.
their money.
It doesn't matter.
stuff anyway.
Yeah, they'll still get that sweet ad revenue. Like
The difference being whether they give you any of the ad money or not.
like the fact that like I got like 40 something subscribers and whatnot, and like they'll still throw ads on my shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with YouTube that I realize. YouTube wants to make money off of you, even if you're not making money off of you. And I don't care. I do this because I love doing it. Like, this is the reason why I do this shit.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm really starting to love doing Never Watch Alone a lot more than I like doing the Midnight Show, because I get to talk shit and watch good movies. Fucking A! And
It's
good
been
movies
a while
are relative.
since we've had good movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say you occasionally get to watch good movies. That
I get
is-
to-
that
We just
last
get-
movie on Thursday was god awful.
so
Ugh.
Oh,
Well,
does,
just get
does
to
that
have
mean that
fun
this
watching.
most recent Thursday is going to be a bad show? Am I going to have to give like really bad reviews?
Yes.
Yeah. Look,
If
I'm
you
going
don't, I no longer trust you. Will.
to.
You shouldn't trust me anyway.
Well, I'm gonna say one line that's gonna piss you off. I forgot I had a son.
Oh God.
That is a line. That is a line from that movie.
I forgot about my son.
I forgot about my other son.
Retard much?
I can't begin to tell you. Those are the words that came out of that character's mouth. I forgot I had a son, or some variation of that saying.
About my son. And then the other girl was like, whatever the other son's name is. We just talked to him, and she's
It was
like,
Jasper and something else.
It was Kiss
Full of
Ass and
Frosted
Kiss My
Comet.
Asser. So BET movie. Actually, it probably was. And it was 70 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. And my landlady, aka my mom, was talking about moving the AC from. That is heaven. Fuck the AC. Dude, I got a space heater on right now. In my room is a nice balmy 80 degrees.
Yep, confirmed. Tears reptilian in nature.
Yeah,
Possibly.
70. With my condition, 77. I am dying. That is any prolonged period in that is pretty much going to guarantee that I jump from 100 to 250.
As a lizard
triggers.
person, I say fuck all of y'all. And once my people take over your planet, we will move it closer to the sun.
I am incredibly happy. It is 66 degrees here right now.
It's 77 in my bedroom, but it's 58 outside.
Yeah, it's like 70 something in my apartment right now, and it's actually kind of bugging me. But I have my main fan off.
Hammer, it's okay. As a fellow lizard person, you understand my suffering.
Only time it really bothers me is if I'm playing games and the computer's working a little bit and it kind of warms up the room, and I have overhead lighting that's pretty bright in here to do computer work, so that generates a lot of heat. Then it gets up to like 80, 81, 82. Then it starts to get to be like, this is a little too much.
I mean, after a while, I'll turn it off because my room has sufficiently warmed to my liking. But until it warms to my liking, it's on. Again, I don't understand what people put in this shit.
My apartment's at 70 plus or minus a couple, pretty much year round. And I'm sitting with a fan right next to me blowing on me.
Oh shit! I wanted to play this one, and Angela, we have an article of something I would like you to read. Y'all know who Johnny Somali is, right?
Oh God.
No.
Unfortunately.
Who?
Johnny Somali.
He was harassing people in Japan until they finally fucking kicked him out because he was basically trying to be like, y'all are racist and need to be doing shit for the Japanese, or it's like for the blacks and whatnot because of slavery or some dumb shit.
I have no idea.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucking retard who thinks he can get away with dumb shit in other countries like he plausibly could in the States.
Yeah. So currently
he's gonna go to jail. Yeah.
Yes, he's been to he's been in Japanese jail for a while. He was facing years. So just a little tidbit of his antics. On the Japanese train, like when their subways are like, I'll say their bullet trains, he played hentai sounds, he off his phone. He played that shit.
Yes, he basically played sex sounds. You didn't have to just necessarily say hentai sounds.
Right. And then he would walk up to random Japanese, go, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, to them. He just being an asshole. Him and his boys went into a construction zone and pretended to be lost. Like, it was a closed off construction zone. Pretended to be lost. What else? He was just harassing random Japanese people. But this is South Korea, if I'm not mistaken.
And then whenever he get called out for it and whatnot, he try to fucking claim that they're being racist and whatnot, and that since he's black, he should be able to get away with it until basically a pretty much some gang of Japanese people grabbed his ass and like brought him to a thing and like, get him the fuck out of our country. And they're like, yep, that's about right.
Yeah, they were hunting his ass down. Like, they were looking at his videos, hunting him down. He got sent to Japanese jail or Japanese court. And the only reason why he got off, I promise never to do this again. I'm going to immediately leave the country and whatnot. And like, they released him on his own recognizance, and he's back to making it. He back to doing it.
Yeah, so he's in a different country now because he knows that if he goes back, he will be thrown into a Japanese prison where he's going to shit in a bucket and have to eat fish heads.
Yep.
His hair just makes me want to say that Ric Flair spent way too much time under the heat lamp.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing a wig.
I think it's actually his hair down. But I was going to say Ruby Rod from Fifth Element called. He's back on set.
No, like I said, Ric Flair spent too much time under the heat lamp. It even turned his eyes brown.
Wait a minute, I can show you.
I don't want one position. I want all positions.
I want all positions.
Oh,
he's not entirely wrong, though. I mean, what he does is wrong, but the point he's trying to make is that Japan's pretty racist, and he's pretty much right. They are pretty racist. So,
yeah,
it's just to the culture, they accept it.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all, but they will do that to every culture that's not
Japanese.
They
will. Yes, they will.
I mean, if you do it to everybody, it's kind of you're not racist at this point. You just don't fucking care about outsiders.
No, like, you ever want to see some crazy ass shit? Look up the fucking photos of Halloween and whatnot in Japan.
Giant Somali.
That shit is fucking crazy.
See? He's a stunt double.
No, that hair isn't pale enough.
All right, let me play it. Like so he's in South Korea, and they get him.
But see, his other problem is that whole thing is, like, yes, you can say that Japan and whatnot is racist, but you're a guest in their country and everything, and you're not following their traditions.
Like, look, they grab his ass immediately. They don't fucking play.
Even if you follow their traditions, they're still racist.
Oh, most definitely. Not disagreeing at all, but they'll have less issues with you if, like, you're actually blending into their freaking culture.
They'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But as you walk by, they'll lean to the person they're talking to, and there goes this white guy.
Yeah.
That kind of
it's
deal.
the whole thing. It's not going to be all of them. But yes, you definitely will have some, and some are going to give you dirty looks, but there's parts of their culture I still wish we could bring to America. Like, if you're on a subway or public transport, to not be playing music and to be fucking quiet.
Yes! You leave motherfuckers alone.
You're required to be silent. It's eerie.
Well, you can have, like, small conversations, but you shouldn't be talking, like, it should be a whisper.
Yeah, but you don't even see
what,
that.
Blasians?
My other personal favorite was like when you're at a mall or something, anywhere where there's an escalator. If you're gonna stand and ride the escalator up, you stand to the right.
Yeah.
If you're going to walk up, you walk on the left. You don't fucking lean against the rail on the left as well, blocking the goddamn path because you're an asshole.
Let me see. Pulling this up, Q sent it to us. Hafu. I don't know what that is. That one. Sorry. You okay, Tragic?
Yep.
Oh, I just noticed Jen's in chat. Hi, Jen.
Hafu is a Japanese language term used to refer to a person that's half Japanese and half non-Japanese. Ancestry, a loan word from English.
Hafu. I thought it was Hapa. Hafu.
They got like 8 terms for that, probably.
Pacific Islander. Hapa.
They got Ananoki.
Hell, that's like
Gabaru.
in Japan as well. Like the fucking Okinawans get pissed off if you call them Japanese.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they really get pissed off if someone confuses them for Chinese.
Well, they all do.
Yeah. Like there's less hate.
Americans don't know the difference. They think everybody who's Asian, they're all the same. They can't look at somebody and say, well, he's Korean and he's Vietnamese and he's Thai. They can't look at somebody and tell that.
From everything I know about this shit, Frosted, and why he was there, I think the fucking Yakuza was looking for his ass. Like, he pissed off a lot of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he went there and he started doing shit, he really pissed off a lot of fucking people. He got, like, punched twice randomly on the street. Like, they really went at, like, an American was visiting, like, with his family, and he heard about that shit, and he saw him, and he, like, dude, you're fucking up.
Oh yeah, and the cops are a hell of a lot meaner because they're a lot more freedom.
Yeah, he.
Whoa, you think American cops are bad and have brutality issues, dude? Like a lot of other cops from around the world will like if they tell you to get out of a bar and you're not fucking out there, there's stairs. Guess what? You're being thrown down the stairs.
wait. Hold on, really quickly. The only one allowed to down stream is me. Don't take that job. Yo, Green. And did they did it to Ariana? I don't know how to say that goddamn word.
Ariana
Miyamoto.
All right, thank you. See, this is why I have friends. They help me.
I'll be right
when I
back.
need
I'm
it.
gonna grab a drink.
Hey,
All
Green
right,
Badger.
Okay, I want to. So y'all know Anna Kasparian, right? She did. Let me put it in so Angela can read it.
You wanted me to read an article.
Yes, ma'am.
And you just said Anna Kasparian. Is this going to piss me off?
No, actually, it's not. It really isn't.
Is this one of the ones that's going to make me say she's growing a brain?
Yes.
Ooh.
And I sent a tweet to her along the same lines. I said, be careful. You keep telling the truth. Someone's going to call you a Republican.
Yeah, Bucky said that she keeps
I thought it was pretty
like
funny.
that. Forceful is going to fire her.
But honestly, so I was listening to Ruin Leon, and he had this on there, and I'm listening to him like, yeah, she's starting to believe it. She's starting to see the Matrix.
Wow. Independent. I don't think I would ever see Anna Kasparian say that she was an independent.
Yes.
Wow.
So, is it time?
Yes, ma'am.
Independent and unaligned. You're right, I've changed. After Trump came onto the political scene, and especially after he was elected in 2016, the us versus them mentality immediately took shape. Anyone who refused to resist Trump was seen as a threat to the country, and I was fully on board with that mindset. It all felt righteous at first, but eventually the tactics deployed to fight Trump became repetitive, boring, and ultimately fruitless. Polling shows that he has increased his support among Black and Latino voters, despite wall-to-wall coverage on his unsavory, racist, or bigoted remarks. Several years of media raising alarm over Trump's threat to democracy has only resulted in a tight presidential race between himself and Kamala Harris.
I don't know about tight.
I can't help but acknowledge that the only thing that was accomplished by resisting Trump was less understanding and more division among Americans. I personally became reluctant to change my side or engage with voters who disagreed with me. In turn, I became less knowledgeable about the people and world around me. I saw Republican voters as an evil monolith, and that was a big mistake. My evolution started in 2022 when I was sexually assaulted by a homeless man in my neighborhood as I was walking my dog. That horrible experience alone didn't change me politically, but the treatment I received from the far left and some progressives after sharing the story did. I was told that by publicly sharing what had happened to me, I was stigmatizing my unhoused neighbors. Others accused me of feeding into racist tropes because they assumed that my attacker was black, but I had never even disclosed the man's race. He was white. Not only did I suddenly see the flawed thinking of some on the left, I also witnessed their cruelty and hypocrisy in real time. These terrible traits that I had associated solely with my political opponents were obviously not exclusive to their tribe. I was stupid for ever thinking that was the case. That doesn't mean everyone on the left thinks or behaves in the way this small group of lunatics do. Far from it, but it does mean that there are factions and flaws on both sides of the aisle, and no one has a monopoly on the truth.
Yeah, it's
Then-
kind of funny, the whole fact of just everything that goes on with that, of like how quickly you realize that a metric fuck ton of people on the left are pretty goddamn racist.
Yo, Spud.
Then there was the insane reaction to one of my tweets in March of 2023. Tweet is, I am a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this shit. All hell broke loose after I posted those words. Most friends in left-wing media didn't bother reaching out privately to discuss their disagreement with my personal preference. Instead, many self-described socialists took it upon themselves to profit from conflict by publicly attacking me with monetized videos. A smaller leftist YouTube show put out 5 separate videos skewering me about what?
Nothing. Hold on. I don't know who's doing. Go ahead. Just keep reading.
A smaller leftist YouTube show put out 5 separate videos skewering me about the tweet, while conveniently erasing the advocacy I had done on behalf of the transgender community throughout my career. They even went as far as drawing a link between my tweet and trans suicides, which sadly wasn't the most unhinged outcome of the debacle. TYT's volunteer YouTube chat moderators quit over the tweet, and someone reported me to Human Resources. An on-air transgender contributor even resigned from the company after being urged by online mobs and leftists to shows to do so. Curious that none of those shows hired her after she took their advice.
Pause.
I
just want to use the old joke of Human Resources is Soylent Green.
I never apologized for the tweet, and I never will. That whole experience forced me to come to terms with the intolerance on the left, and it allowed me to publicly reject the ideological shackles that kept my world small and less informed. Today I am less certain and more curious than I was 4 years ago. I've made humiliating mistakes while covering political news because I previously unwilling to consider or understand the perspective of Americans who vote differently from me. I was previously unwilling. Okay. I missed a word, sorry. What to expect from Unaligned? I am hungry for dialogue, a space for in-depth analysis, and a judgment-free zone.
That's just her. That's just her Substack.
Should I
like
just stop reading now then?
Yeah, yeah. Like that's just part of her Substack. Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued. If I did the Substack thing, I might actually check it out.
And Angela, for the whole missing a word or misreading and whatnot. To quote Swirly Dan in a way, it's okay, Miss Angela. None of us is perfects.
It's perfect.
Yes, he puts S's in all sorts of places.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I didn't get lost. I just got distracted. Crap. I wanted to do something and something threw me for a loop.
Well, do we want to watch that short video that I have to where the guy is asked would he rather be a soldier in Halo or a soldier in 40K?
Neither.
Would you rather be a regular soldier facing the Flood in Halo or an Imperial Guardsman facing the Tyranids?
Oh god, it's going to end horribly. No, frick. You're talking about enemies that literally they're meant to consume the galaxy and everything in it here. So no matter what, I'm pretty much screwed in there. I'll take the regular soldier. I'll take the regular soldier because among all things, at least the Halo universe is a little bit more forgiving. You know what happens to the soldiers that end up having to face off against the Tyranids? A lot of them end up getting killed, specifically even if they survive a number, like depending upon who it is, you will probably end up getting executed by the Inquisition. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're not supposed to know that they exist. That's a whole thing that can happen with like just chaos and a bunch of everything. They may just decide, you know what? The Inquisition is going to choose to glass the entire planet with you still on it because that's better than the alternative of you being able to get out there and retreat because they can take no risk that anything from that planet survives afterwards. So I'll take my chances with the Flood. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
This man has lightsaber chopsticks.
Oh, this man teaches his kids about armor as well. He has an entire video as well of like since he's made armor of his wife trying to walk around in parts of his armor.
Oh, this is that guy?
Yes.
I have a video of him too when he explained the Russian cosmonaut dog.
This is also the same one to where his wife asked him the question of who do you think you could take in a fight, Abraham Lincoln or Teddy Roosevelt?
Teddy,
either way.
Yeah,
neither.
And he brings up the fact that like both of them basically used to beat the shit out of them, other people, because Lincoln used to be a fucking wrestler, and we're not talking like pro wrestling. And Teddy was a pretty well-known boxer, considering the fact that his defined pectoral muscle from boxing is what helped stop the fucking bullet when he was shot.
And he was fucking asthmatic. He was one of our better presidents.
Like this is also the same person who had to who ended up telling his child that the dog the communists sent into space did die because it was cooked to death.
Oh yeah, I have that video. Found it.
You did?
Yeah.
God damn it! I get distracted.
So yeah, it's like he's a total nerd, but some of the things get brought up. It's like, oh, okay, like of him watching a podcast, them talking. I think it was he was watching the Unsubscribed podcast, and they were talking about the whole thing of like sending specific things into space, and he wasn't going to lie to his I think it's his daughter, about the animal surviving when the animal obviously did not survive. And he was like, it's not like they intentionally cooked. So he went through and told his kid the actual history and the actual fucking truth.
They definitely intentionally cooked the dog. Also, I mean, it's
Well, they
a
unintentionally because it's a bunch of communist yes men who are just throwing shit at the wall and trying to see what sticks.
Put it into orbit and didn't think of adequate.
Well, they're the same people who taught their dogs to turn around and bomb their own freaking tanks. So,
hold on. Has anyone known that the moon's been missing for a week now? Edmonton police, moon's missing. May need to check that out.
Well, since we currently have the whole thing going on, which moon?
Moon has been missing for a week, hasn't it?
No, like quite literally for like the next 20 days or something, the Earth technically has 2 moons. We have a second satellite.
Since when? Oh God.
Since like a week ago.
it's not a moon. There's an asteroid that's technically in orbit because we can see it.
Yay.
But
Space AIDS.
No, it is not a moon.
No, but
that's not a moon.
We have a second satellite.
But because the news doesn't understand what moons are, they turned around and said the Earth is going to have 2 moons for a couple months.
That's the satellite that's going to destroy us. Yay.
No. God's not that kind.
Come on, right here. Come on, right now. Hit us.
Come
Hit
on, asteroid. Come on.
I am not. Can we not play that game?
What?
Get us before election day. Come on.
There it is.
Giant Meteor 2024.
Damn right. I'm voting Cthulhu Glass 2024. No more years. Oh shit. So Will was playing Choo Choo Charles earlier. It's a game with the demonic Thomas the Tank engine.
Yeah, it's what you get if Thomas the Tank Engine goes bad. Very bad.
Oh, my bad. Glass Ship 2024. I really think you should choose a new running mate. I think you really should pick up Cthulhu. I think you and him really have a great team.
I don't know. I think Ship could probably win a debate against him.
I don't know. I don't think Ship could win a debate against Cthulhu. What are you going to say? Ship.
No, Ship could win a debate against Tim Walls.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ship could easily win a debate against him all.
Glass bottom boot. Glass bottom boat 2024.
Heck, I'd vote for global warming 2024.
He's a knucklehead.
I will vote for a ham sandwich over to. All right. So I watched the debate.
And Jack watched the debate. Does that count?
I couldn't. I fell asleep. They started doing a 6-hour long debate, and I'm like, 6-hour long debate. Like, yeah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I wanted to say, look, Tim Walls has, when he said, I befriended school shooters.
Oh my god! Oh,
that was classic.
So bad.
School
How do you make that mistake?
And then he comes out with another
how he
banger.
looked terrified to be there?
Yes.
That's Biden level, isn't it?
It is Biden level.
He got the crazy eyes.
He did have the crazy eyes.
Just a moment. I've got the. I gotta see where it is in the stack here because I've got the.
He looks kind of like Bud Dwyer.
Well, there is.
You gotta send that one to me. I think that's gonna be my new extra doubt.
Okay, there's this one.
Oh shit! I love that one. I need a VP dumber than me. I need a VP dumber than me. I need a VP dumber.
And then there is. This
Normal
one.
people want a hero.
You know,
Again, I watched the debate, and there is no way in hell I'm voting for Kamala. She represents everything I'm against, but I wanted to give him a fair shot. But the fact that they said, "Oh, we're not going to fact check," they carried water for him, and still, again, 3-on-1, and he held his own.
Yeah, they broke every single debate rule in Wall's favor, and he still wasn't treading water.
It was like was it Mike Wallace? I believe it was Mike Wallace. And the second presidential debate of 2020 election.
I just would have found it funny as if his response for Kamala Harris being like, "I grew up in a middle class family." If he just quoted the jerk and been like, "I grew up a poor black child."
I believe it is pronounced Wall. I could be wrong. I believe it's pronounced Walls. Oh,
I mean, I'll still say currently my favorite screenshot is the random pause I got earlier from watching one of the unsubscribed podcast episodes, and it's this one with Eli double tap. It just had me laughing so goddamn.
And then he said he befriended a school shooter.
I have.
Is Vance attractive, Angela?
What does he look like again?
JD Vance.
He's not attractive enough to remember what he looks like.
He's not unattractive.
What about the eyes? All the women on the conservative side are swooning over this guy's baby blues.
A lot of people like.
I don't see why.
Blue eyes, like all blue eyes. There is a certain shade of blue eyes that actually creeps me the fuck out, and that's his shade of blue eyes.
Oh, great.
And
Why?
Cannibal I've already sent. I think I already saved that video, and
They
I did, and it's tiered.
People say gingers have no souls. People with eyes that shade of blue seem.
I'm gonna have to check out that shade of blue to make sure that.
It's that almost. It's that almost. It almost doesn't have a color. Blue.
My eyes are brown. I'm kind of hurt.
The only way you get less pigmented than blue eyes is albino.
No.
I mean,
No,
earlier
what
we. Go ahead, Angel.
Okay. There's like blue eyes that are very clearly blue, and then there's this shade of blue that's like almost white.
Eat.
Practically husky eyes.
There were yes. I'm like, those eyes do not belong in a human face. That is the shade of blue that animals' eyes are.
I love those eyes.
Well, humans are
They
animals.
freak
Are you
me
just
out.
looking at the picture on the screen, or you look? Have you seen?
I haven't
pictures
really
of-
seen him up close. I'm just looking.
I'll put a picture on the screen. Hold on, JD Vance.
I was gonna say it's like, with the conservative women swooning over Vance. Is that really any different than the freaking Democrats or the lefties that were swooning over JD Vance? I'm sorry, not JD Vance. Fucking Walls. Goddamn.
All right,
I'm not drunk. I can honestly say that I'm fucking dumb sometimes.
Even albinos have color to their eyes.
It's
pink
blood
to the human.
vessels.
Right, but it's still a color.
Right.
I'm one of the few
I said
people who-
pigmentation.
Why is it? Hold on.
Right.
Sorry.
Well,
The-
pink is a pigmentation.
Yeah, no, he has the.
That's a
creepy-
terrible picture, man. You got to come up with something better than that. That looks
God damn
almost
it.
gray. I have gray eyes. I have no pigment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since
I
eye
don't
color
mind
changes
gray eyes.
at the time, I have to make sure it never turns that color.
Better.
Gray eyes are. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, those are creepy.
Now,
Malcolm was green. It doesn't look like that in the stuff that I've seen. His eyes actually look blue. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has some pigment in their eyes. What you can see when you look at them is another story. But my eyes. If you're like standing next to me and you look at me, my eyes are gray. There's no color in them at all. And the idea of gray and black and white, that's a shade, that's not a color. So I have a shade of gray, but I have no color in my eyes. From if you were just talking to me, facing me, talking to me, no color.
I have brown eyes, and I'm proud of my brown eyes.
The most common eye color.
Yeah,
It actually
I
has
have brown
more
eyes.
diversity in it than people realize.
No,
That's I go to the Secretary of State to like re-up my driver's license. Like, what's your eye color? I don't know. You tell me. I've never seen them.
I always put hazel. My eyes are technically hazel, but I just say brown.
Your eyes change colors?
Depending on when the light hits it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I say blue because they tend to be that the most often, but they run between gray and blue and green for the most part.
My mom had if you looked at my mom's hair, my mom had black hair. But when the light hits, when she had a certain cut to her hair and you could see the light shine through it, it's actually brown. She had a shade of brown.
This is why white people are much more diverse than black people.
Wow,
Because almost all black people have brown eyes. If you want diverse eye color, you have to have a white person.
Well, then you can get into the craziness of how white people are as well. Of like, okay, my facial hair. It's like my regular hair is predominantly a dark brown, but there is bits of blonde, strains of occasionally
Hammer,
a
if
couple
you
white
go on
and fucking red
to-
in my facial hair.
I believe I've shown a picture of my mother on Rotten's Discord. I think I did.
Yeah, my beard's not the red it was 30 years ago, but it's still got the reddish brown in it. It's got the
there's a picture of my mommy.
Doctor Strange.
Yes, I
wings
said
in
my
it.
mom. Go away. I'll tag you in it.
Are
Hammer.
you going to tell me her eyes aren't brown?
No, if I'll show you a picture of her and you'll understand a little bit about it.
I think he's doing that. He's talking about the hair color thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't, that wasn't my point. My point was eyes.
Yeah, typically it's very rare to see a black person that doesn't have brown eyes.
Yeah.
Typically,
Well,
if for them
if
to
you
not
want-
have brown eyes, they're gonna be mixed race.
If you really want diversity in eye color, it has to be a white person. They're the ones who have greens and blues and yellows and stuff like that. Yes, there's purples. Believe it or
Bless
not,
you.
it does exist.
I think even
dark
a
eyes
lot-
are.
I'm not sure all Asians, but I want to say even in Japan, brown's the most common as well.
I know you're a member of Ryan's Discord. Yeah, you should be.
The dark eye color is like a dominant gene.
Or
though,
just
so-
or just DM them the fucking picture, dude. Jesus.
Jesus Christ. God damn, I'm getting old. Stop fucking with me.
Send it to me on Twitter. You know I'm always on Twitter.
Or on Twitter, yeah.
All right, send it to
There
me
are
on
a
Twitter, damn it.
surprising number of brown-eyed blondes, Kyivedam. Actually, brown eyes are the most common.
Like brown-eyed natural blondes or brown-eyed bleached blondes?
Brown-eyed natural blondes.
I couldn't help but make the joke.
It's funny
This
how
is-
green eyes
this is
are
my
rare.
mother.
It's funny how green eyes are rare, but if you're redhead, green eyes are common.
Granted,
Double
this is me when I'm
recessive.
like 3 or 4. But yeah, that's my mama.
What?
I was telling him that's my mother.
So that's your mama.
Yeah, this is my mama. Granted, again, that's when I was like 3 or 4, so.
Yeah, this picture is sometimes my life.
What? That one? Me.
Your mom is very light skinned.
Yep. We called her high yellow. That's what we called her.
Are there some white people in your ancestry?
Because, all right, I'm going to put it to you like this. All relevant parties are probably dead. So there is a theory in my family that my mother is not my grandfather's child.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff happened back then.
Yeah. So again, all relevant parties are dead. In order to test it, we can't because again, all relevant parties are dead. So,
Well,
yeah.
23andMe. They'll tell you if you have European ancestry in your blood.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we got European in my bloodline. Yes.
That's
If
probably
you
where
see,
it's
like,
getting your eye color from.
Yeah. And the skin color too. Like, I can show you a more. I will have to go on my phone and show you a more recent one, but you can see a more recent one, like a little before she passed away.
Listen to some of my family members that before a couple of them have passed and whatnot. I would be surprised if there was not black people in my genetic bloodline. I know there's Europeans. I know there's Native Americans.
Again, I don't put much stock into that. You know, as long as you're a decent human being, I don't fucking care where you come from. Like, assholes come in all shapes and sizes. So do dicks and bitches.
My lineage goes back pretty far, and it's all the way back to not the lineage, but the time of Charlemagne, and we're all Irish, Welsh, and Polish.
Look at you with, you know, from France and Frankia.
Well, I got Irish, German, watered down Dutch, Cherokee, Blackfoot.
No foot.
I'm pretty sure.
You're a mutt.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely mutt. Like one of my actual ancestors is the actual Captain Morgan.
Wow.
American.
America.
Yeah. That's where my ancestors come from. They came from America.
America, fuck yeah, coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
My grandmother on my father's side is pure Welsh. My grandfather on my father's side. On my father's side, my grandmother is pure Welsh. Her husband, my grandfather on my father's side, is pure Irish.
100% of European as far as I know. And then Frosted says Irish and German. Did you include 1/10 asshole?
He's more than 1/10. See.
Oh, it's like for mine, I know it's like there's Cherokee in there because my great grandmother, so my dad's grandmother, his father's mother, was 100% Cherokee.
Dutch, Ukrainian, German. Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
That
just reading.
I'm
French,
saying,
English, and Swedish. Holy crap!
I'm saying that grandfather or my great grandfather, and that whole thing was insane.
All right, I got it. Key, don't take this from me, but I'm pretty sure two of your ancestors probably hated each other.
What do you mean two? I'm pretty sure it's most of them.
I think at some
Well, the
point
French hate the English, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they hate the Germans as well. I think the Icelandic and the Swedish don't get along too much, along with the Dutch
at
and
one
Ukraine.
point in time, all of these people were trying to kill each other at some point.
Same.
But I'm talking about the French and the English.
Keev's gonna get mad at me for saying this. I have to make the joke, Keev. You're NATO.
You're right. She is NATO.
Well, no. Ukraine is not NATO.
Technically,
Not yet.
more like the UN.
She's the UN.
So French and German, British and Irish,
No,
Slovenian.
Irish is not NATO either. I don't think so. I think
No,
Slovenian,
parts
Greek
of
and
Ireland.
Balkan, Italian, and Egyptian.
Parts of Ireland is part of NATO because they are British subjects, so they would be part of NATO.
Yeah, I don't know where my family's from. The furthest back they were able to trace them was the Civil War, and we.
One second, Tragic. So we can say, Will, that you definitely walk like an Egyptian.
Ooh.
Apparently.
Sorry, I had to get that out.
Mediterranean and say mostly Mediterranean and Western European.
Not bad.
And I share common ancestry with Marie Antoinette and King Louis the 16th.
Oh God.
Yeah.
One of your ancestors told them, let them eat cake. And they lopped their fucking head off.
I don't think she is an ancestor. I think we share a common ancestor, according to this.
Oh, well, fair enough.
So she's more of a cousin than a.
Yeah, he can't eat his cake and have it too.
Ooh, Irish, native, German, French, Czechoslovakian, Greek, Filipino, European, and Scottish.
And in there, that says Greek, right?
I have to talk.
It was correct.
I have to ask Cannibalistic Wizard, what part of Czechoslovakia? Because Czechoslovakia doesn't really exist anymore. If they were northern, then they are now from the Czech Republic. If they're southern or southern eastern, then they're Slavic. So I'd be interested to know which one you are, because I am also in that same boat.
I don't think they tested for native, but let me see.
I have to ask Cannibalistic Wizard if he's a gynecologist, given that fallopian came up as one of his nationalities.
But like I said, they've only been able to trace my family back to the Civil War, which I had relatives fight in it. Sorry, Tier.
That's what I give a fuck. Brothers fighting too.
We lost.
You said what?
What? But no, and that's pretty much it. So I just American.
I'll put it to you like this. This is my ardent belief, and this I will forever say this. Enough of my ancestors, enough of my family, enough of my bloodline to get to the point that I'm here, have died, have been born on this soil, have lived on this soil, have toiled on this soil, have cried on this soil, have bled for this soil. Yeah, I'm American. I don't hyphenate. I don't say African American. That I've never been to Africa. I don't fucking plan to go. I'm American.
Depends on
which
which part
race,
of Africa
American.
you go to.
Then again, it is hot over there, but I don't plan to go over there.
Again, it depends on which parts you go to.
I need to go to a supermarket to get my meal. I can't be chasing it down.
Again, you're not making this. You're not narrowing this down anymore, because again, it all falls into that. Depends on which parts you go to, because there's parts of the Middle East that are technically still part of Africa, but do you know what they still get? Snow. Not every part of Africa is fucking sub-Saharan there, bud.
You know what? When my people take over this fucking planet, I'm gonna make sure we come to your house, right? And we drag you out into the heat rocks that we going to set up on this place, and we lash you there. And I'm gonna look at you as I enjoy the warmth.
Well, I hope you'll have brought a lot of people, because as soon as that door gets broken down, they're going to be getting rocks thrown at them at a very, very high velocity.
Lizard people's skin, our scales are bullet impervious to bullets.
Doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're still not going to feel the kinetic energy of that bullet hitting there, bud. You're going to try to have the physics of it. You have to at least understand that energy is still getting imparted.
Well, it's going to hurt, but we're not going to kill us. We're going to get up.
I don't know. The FNFAL was pretty effective.
You do realize that kinetic energy can still kill a person.
I know.
A lot of people die from kinetic shocks. Heck, the kinetic energy from a punch can kill a person.
The kinetic energy from a 1-foot fall can kill a person.
Shit, you can drown. You can literally drown in shallow water.
Yeah.
You
Cover your mouth and your nose.
Bathtub if you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't take much to drown. It doesn't take much. It's a billion ways to die. Only one way to be created.
There's also dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to die.
So many
dumb ways.
Die.
I love how we all know that song.
Everyone knows that chorus. I am pretty positive of it.
I know several different versions of that song. My favorite is Dale Kingsmill's version from the Seven Against Thieves.
In Slavic, you are part Polish. If you're Slavic, you are Czech. You are part of the kingdom of. I don't want to say Austria.
Well, Poland and Czechoslovakia are two different countries, but it is in the same area. Considering the size of the United States, it'd be like saying I'm from Delaware when I'm originally from Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Bohemia. You were
they're pretty
Bohemian.
close, but there's some differentiation there. But like there's a Polish language and there's actually a Czechoslovakian language. They're different.
If you are part Polish, you were once Bohemian. Like that's what your ancestors are.
I'm pretty sure from I haven't done a 23andMe, although I plan to do it sometime this winter. I'm pretty sure I am from the southern part of what used to be Czechoslovakia, which is now Slovakia instead of Czechoslovakia. The Czech Republic is the north part. So I believe I'm from the south, which makes me, I guess that makes me the original slave, right?
Yeah, you're Slavic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I expect my reparations right now.
Well, descendant, you're descendant of the original slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, Hammer, go to Europe's. That's where you want to go. That's where you get your stuff from.
Here, you said friggin' Bohemian so much. The song La Vie Boheme is stuck in my head.
No, it's so the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Don't say it more. I'm gonna start singing.
But do you see a little silhouette of a man?
Scaramouche. Do Fandango?
Not Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's the one I know.
Yep, same here. Hammer, you want to do a little yard work for me?
No, you have to be, if you want to enslave me, you have to be a person of color.
Oh shit! Sweet. Okay. Hammer, want to do a little yard work for Frosted? Then again, I didn't know who I was for, so I kind of lost my black card.
It was
so
actually
anymore.
to be more specific, not just a person of color. The
I've got one for
Slovakians
that.
were enslaved by Muslims, actually.
Oh well, I can't. I'm not. Yes, it was the Kingdom of Rus originally. It was Rus, then Kiev, and then it was Rus, Kiev.
This one's for you, Tier.
Vote for Trump. You ain't black. I guess I'm not. And just saying,
It's your fault.
oh shit! Wow, that's just mean.
That's horrible.
That is terrible.
I sent you a
Well-
microwave video.
You did? Hold on, let me. Discord or Twitter?
Discord.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Tragic has sent me stuff and I get distracted. I blame Tragic for all this shit.
I am to blame.
There.
God damn it, where is that damn thing?
But I would, you know what? Honestly, I would be interested in doing 23andMe. I want to know how white I am.
Here you go, Tier. If you stop showing Will for
Yeah, I
a
see
second.
it. Drop Will. Send that one to me. What is that key?
Sakoliba. I guess that's Polish or something.
I speak bad. I speak bad English and worse English.
I know a few words in Czech, but I don't know anything in Polish.
Tragic sent this to me. Oh, there's a video another video I want to play before we get out of here. What the fuck?
No. No. No.
Do not cook yourself.
That was stupid.
Did he just try to light his cigarette on his microwave?
No,
No.
so
He
you
can,
know how
he has the button pressed so that way it can still run with the door being open.
Yes.
Oh,
That's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a customer about a built-in microwave, and they're like, "It's like, yeah, I made a really loud popping noise inside of it." So I opened it up, and I have my flashlight, and I'm looking up into the
okay.
waveguide and everything else, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, it can also start with the door open." Pull my head out of the microwave that fast. I'm like, you could just said that. You don't have to start it.
It's really not going to hurt you for a short period of time at distance.
I know, but I'm not. I don't need that anyway.
I mean, he's already been irradiated because of his other job. He doesn't need any more radiation.
I've been irradiated because of actual radar stuff from on aircraft, so
Oh man!
What?
Wow,
that's pretty bad.
But I absolutely hate getting microwave calls.
Oh, okay. I was looking at a key. I had to pop back. All right, so squabbly.
What?
Well, how you said this word? Sorry, Arabic isn't my first language. Is what they refer to the Slavs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Honestly, slavery's been around for far longer than. As a matter of fact, technically, you guys weren't the root of that word, or rather, the word is yours, but the concept predates you.
Yeah, we were the first slaves of the modern era. Back when people were grunting with each other. Yeah, there were slaves back to at that point, but they didn't have the words to actually.
Yeah, because the Roman concept, like they just called you by your tribe, Germanic, Goths or whatnot, and then Chinese slavery, you were called by your
they all had different different names for it and whatnot. But like he said, but chattel slavery
has existed for millennia.
Yeah.
Europeans didn't invent it.
All right, I bring this example
to each other as well.
I bring this example up because it's the easiest one I can remember. There's a book called The Romance of Three Kingdoms. It's written in 1659 about events in 190. And they mention slaves there. Predates America by a whole fucking lot. Yeah. So the concept predates America.
Oh, and
the concept predates the settlement of Europe.
And Tears, since we were probably already going on the ones that are wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
Mine is actually this is frosted.
Gee, well, I ain't racist. I got 4 black tires in the color TV.
Someone needs to give that guy a sandwich.
Yeah, but the concept of chattel slavery, like I said, predates humanity. There's always been shitty jobs that somebody doesn't want to fucking do. And there's always been losers in wars. Guess what happens when you lose a war? You get the shit job. Sucks to be you. And then I would like to bring up this fact. Name one civilization that achieved greatness that did not have slavery in our entire timeline of being humans.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. The one that lives in your imagination.
Mm-hmm. Every major civilization that achieved prominence had slaves.
Yeah, there's not one in recorded history that there's not a culture in recorded history that has not had slaves.
Nope. It just isn't a thing. And then there's always been slavery, and like the Aztecs had fucking slaves. They were a lot brutal with their slaves.
And slaves used for sacrifice.
Yep. Shit. The Dahomey, the Woman King, that movie and shit.
And all I can think of is the freaking meme to where it shows the Aztecs sacrificing someone, and then here come the conquistadors. And like, oh great, here comes the far right.
You know, but like the Dahomey they would have big ass fucking ceremonies where they just sacrifice a shit ton of their slaves. Oh well, you know, King's birthday. Let's grab 400 of our slaves and kill them.
Well, how else do you get a good
harvest?
Harvest
time. Well, you know what? It was a good harvest. Let's sacrifice 200 slaves because you know what? Gotta keep the gods happy.
AKA the Mexica. I was like, I thought I was like doing the what is it? Always Sunny. It's like, no, the Spanish banged the Mayans into Mexicans.
God. Jesus fucking Christ, Rodney.
This one's for Angela.
If you're happy, you know it, clap your hands.
I would have shared that one with Squirrel Blue earlier, but she threatened to kill me over another pun that I used on my, well, wasn't exactly a pun, but comment I made on my channel. So it's like, eh.
You really want to risk it? Stop talking
trash about our local wildlife. Raccoons are resourceful. Possums are intelligent. Squirrels are good climbers. Owls are very wise. Geese, deer are gentle.
Turkeys are fucking dangerous.
Yes, so are geese.
Well, here you go. The response to that one.
He tried to convince my grandparents not to vote Democrat.
Wow.
Say I'm wrong.
The alien to the owl. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The owl. How many probed anuses does it take to develop an understanding of terrestrial life? You're a wee little cunt. I'll give you that, mate. Hey, LMAO.
This one is me.
Yes, I've done that one.
Now that's typically the 3 a.m. watching a guy tell you why you shouldn't use your phone before going to bed.
Okay, so they have one redeeming
Key,
vice.
where's mine's at? If you're happy, you know, do a lap dance.
Well, go give a dude a lap dance. No one's stopping you, Tier.
She's in Michigan. I can't go there.
No, she's in. I thought she was in Wisconsin.
She's somewhere cold.
Yeah, but
she's in a swing state.
You're somewhere cold, aren't you?
Well, it's not cold yet. It's getting there.
She said if you're happy, you know it, do a lap dance. So if you're happy, you know it, you're supposed to do the lap dance, Tier. Follow the fucking rules.
I'm black.
Other people to do it for you.
I'm black. You gotta remember, I'm disabled. All right, my skin color is
not
a
a
permanent
disability.
It's a disability. It is.
Don't blame me for the fact that you're being a dumbass on the fact of being black.
It's Monkey that's in Michigan, and myself, and Rotten, and Moonshock.
And probably a few others that we're missing somewhere along the way.
And a few others that I'm aware of and can't recall their names off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew somebody was in Michigan. I knew a lot of us were based in Michigan.
Well, they're right next to each other. I mean, right?
Yeah,
Is it
Wisconsin.
Michigan? Right next door.
Yeah, if I
She's
wanted
like
to ride
Wisconsin or Minnesota or something. She's on the other side of Lake Michigan.
I'll put you like
Badger.
I'll put you like this.
They're not running the Badger right now, are they?
I'll put it to you like this. If you're above the Mason-Dixon line, I don't know where the fuck you are. Except for Hammer, because he's in PA. And PA should be just south of... It should be, but it's not. He should be a Southerner, damn it.
Well, I have I lived in two places. I also have a house in Virginia, so I can certainly be from the South if you want me to be.
There it is. He's a Southerner.
I mean, technically, I've lived in several places. I lived in New Mexico for like 9 years, Japan.
So
for
you're
10
Mexican.
years.
Got it.
I spent. Technically, I've spent like a year in Afghanistan.
So actually, I'm pretty close to Kyivedam. We're only a couple.
You're an African. You're African too. Wow, you're just international, aren't you? You're an African American. You're blacker than I am.
Oh God, you're
Michigan and North Carolina.
I'm not Pitbull. I'm not Mr. International. Mr. Worldwide.
You're the Dos Equis guy.
I'd actually be interested in using the Badger to get over there because anything to avoid detouring through Illinois.
I take it Key doesn't like the fact that I said she's in Michigan.
I'll swim across the lake first.
I don't think she likes Michigan guys.
That's fine. I don't like our governor, obviously.
I don't like our governor, our attorney general, our secretary of state. They've all broken the law in office. This way.
If
and
we're
been proud about it.
But if we are talking about like trying to avoid driving through a place, I would much rather drive through Illinois than I ever would want to drive through fucking St. Louis again.
No.
I will tell you right now, if every GPS system gave me the option to avoid St. Louis, I would have that fucker hit every damn time I went anywhere. Even if I wasn't traveling anywhere near St. Louis, that would be a default setting for me.
I'd have to drive through Illinois to get to St. Louis.
Wait a minute. I was going to say, no, you don't want, because at some point you got to go just by Chicago. And I don't want either one of you getting into trouble because you didn't shot a motherfucker. So I don't need you going to Illinois, all right? I don't need you going to Illinois, New York, or San Francisco. Because I don't want either one of you fucking shooting motherfuckers, all right?
Look, I've already driven with, it's like through St. Louis, through Illinois, so driving by Chicago and away with like $20,000 worth of guns in a vehicle.
All right,
I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago a couple of times. I don't go now because you go to Chicago to see the sights. You stay because you got murdered.
Depends on what part of Chicago you go to.
Again,
first time we visited Chicago, we ended up taking a wrong turn and ending up on Cicero.
No, closer to where
In the
it
80s.
sounds like Mark Wahlberg.
Illinois is probably
Mark
the
Wahlberg's
bluest
from,
state,
like,
in the middle of the country.
Aren't you where they sound like Robert De Niro? He's in Boston. Yeah, Frosted's up in what?
The land of
Up one of
assholes.
those, he's one of those the New England bastards, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, Frosted doesn't live in New York, though. That's where they sound like De Niro. Frosted lives where the crab fishermen
Oh, so
hang
he's
out.
got that Old Bay issue.
Is that like New Hampshire or something?
I'm pretty sure yeah. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. How dare me? I'm not in Boston, just the same state. Close enough.
Same state's bad enough. Boston's even people from Massachusetts hate Boston.
So basically, in this situation, if you say that you lost your khakis, it's actually the pants, not your car keys.
I lost my khakis. The fuck?
The only person I have living near me is Camel.
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma too, isn't he?
He's from the southeast.
You know, I
could have sworn he said he was in Oklahoma.
He lives in the part of Oklahoma that has the trees.
All right, so wait a minute. So you know, in our little circle of the internet, we're from all over America and all over the world.
Oh, I
Sorry
openly
about-
admit where I was in for New Mexico, you might as well have called it West Texas. Because
James is in Texas.
It is West Texas.
Well, it was like 8 to 10 minutes away from the Texas border.
You got James in Texas, Kefk in Tennessee. You have
Tennessee.
That's what she said. She said Tennessee. Angela in fucking Cali.
California.
Montana with
sorry,
Montana
dear.
is Hellcat. Oklahoma is Tragic and Hate. Fucking Michigan, Wisconsin. Fucking Illinois. You got Illinois for Inquisitor and Adam.
Angry
Key.
Illinois.
And then you got you guys. You got all of you guys in Michigan. Spud guns in I'm in God's country, England, whatever.
I don't know, man. With the weather y'all get, I don't know if you'd really want to call it God's country.
God, do we have anybody in Florida?
Maybe it's damn near the country God forgot about.
We don't have any French. Yeah,
Well,
we don't have
depending on which circle you go into, there's Samael, otherwise known as the French.
Yeah, Sam's French.
Yeah, he's French. He sounds British as shit, but he's French.
So we have a Frenchman. We got plenty of Kanakastanis.
Yeah, plenty of Australians.
Yeah, plenty of Australians, plenty of Englishmen. We got several Englishmen. Shit. We're all over the planet.
So basically, all the awesome countries.
All the Western countries.
Oh yeah, Colleen Bernier.
Oh yeah,
and
the awesome countries.
Ebony and Colony.
Williams.
Yep, they're from Florida. So our little circle of the internet has literally all of America mapped out. Damn near. Like shit.
I know a couple people in several different there's people who are in Minions that are in Oregon.
Oh, Proc Burrows from Virginia. She's in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Platy's in Washington, I think.
Washington
I will
State.
say this. I know we've been going on that, but we are over the 2-hour mark, almost 2 hour.
Oh, I ain't got to go to work tomorrow.
I know you ain't got to go to work, but I think Hammer might want to go eat something or do something else.
I ate before the stream.
Okay.
Shit, y'all want to keep going?
Had a hot dog.
Serenity's from West Virginia.
Didn't boil it.
Good.
Thank you for that.
Hey, Tears.
Yeah.
I sent some memes. All
right.
No, instead of boiling it the traditional way, he cooked it in his coffee maker.
Oh.
You put the bun above it, so that way the
steam steams the bun.
Steams the
Bun gets steamed.
Hold on. I'm copying over Tragic's memes.
I'm gonna get OBS set up so I can just do this and not have to do it.
Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.
I will.
It's easy to do.
Figured out Streamlabs OBS instead. I'm just using standard straight. OBS.
Very much love my standard straight OBS.
Yeah, the standard straight OBS is what we call OBS Studio.
Yeah.
They were the people who actually wrote OBS. So if you want a good product, they're the ones who actually wrote it. Where Streamlabs copied it.
Because it's technically a free source.
Right. A free source.
I should not find that as funny as I do, but
it is though.
I always like the one for the panhandle portion. Like, what goes on in this area? Sin.
I honestly, there's nothing that goes on in the Panhandle. I've been to the Panhandle. It's flat. It is flat.
Nothing exists there.
Okay. I wonder. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, do we need a second Panhandle?
Really? Copy link. Oh shit! He does have that one. Okay. Case.
And it fucked up. Oh, there it is.
That takes a second.
There's a county up there called Beaver County.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It is there's a tributary of the Beaver River. The county seat's Beaver. The town of Beaver.
Yeah,
Muskie.
Has a population of 1 or something like that, doesn't it?
It has like 2,000 people in it.
Okay.
3 black people and 1 Asian.
Wow.
So 3 black people to the Ku Klux Klan. It's like, we got to get Terrell, Jarrell, and Jeff.
And no, we got to get Terrell, Darrell, and Deshaun out of here.
And then eventually, we're going to get Sung Yoon.
But you know what? You want to know the funny thing is Terrell, Darrell, and Deshaun and Sung Yu are all members of the Ku Klux Klan there. They got to outsource, man. They got to get those numbers up.
Badger, let me guess, no beavers. Yeah, well, Michigan, we got this really fun one. I learned some of the interesting tidbits on this one from a friend who drove up from South. Always knew the place existed. We have this nice place called Climax, Michigan.
Jesus Christ.
Now, back in the day, at least, there was an exit on Interstate 69 to get to Climax, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You want to guess what exit it was?
What exit was it?
69.
Exit 69.
Yeah, because you just said it was exit 69.
Yeah.
No, I said it was on Interstate 69.
Well, no, you said at exit 69. You didn't say Interstate 69.
So exit 69 on Interstate 69. Oh, it gets just a little bit better. Guess the road.
Rodden.
Climax. I don't know.
Big Beaver Road.
Big Beaver Road. Kitty.
So, thoughts of a cat?
Heck does she not even hurt? I mean, she has no fangs, no claws or paws. I've never seen her kill anything. She can't even kill a fly. We smell her a mile away, and she always has food. How, bitch?
How, bitch?
That is every cat in history looking at a human.
Yeah, because they see you as a big dumb man.
That's why they bring mice to you.
They see us as the biggest, dumbest, loudest, most incompetent bald cats in the world.
That's why they sit on my head.
They bring you foods. They, try to get attention. They're trying to make sure you're okay. They're trying to take care of you because obviously you're too stupid to take care of yourself.
It's not that we're too stupid. We're just,
No, they're trying to fatten you up for when they're ready to eat you.
All right, so
the funny part is, in all reality, after you die, a dog is more likely to eat you faster than a cat will.
Oh,
that is true.
Yes,
but it's also because they're cats.
Keeve.
Never mind.
Oh, you got to pull up Frosted's comment that she was replying to.
I'm sorry, Angela. I just...
No, it's not that. I just decided not to say what I was gonna say.
No, the thing is, it's only a fraction. They did a study. It's only a fraction of dogs that will eat you if you die. Now it's more than 50%, but it's less than 80%. All cats will. So the dog might start the snack sooner, but not all dogs will. All cats will.
Well, since we already had the cat thing brought up,
I've noticed that whenever there's a cat versus dog debate, the cats always get slandered. Someone has to stand up for these guys. So here's some facts you didn't know about cats. A cat's purr actually has healing powers and can help improve bone density and heal muscles and tendons. Cats share about 95.6% of their DNA with tigers. When cats rub their face on you, they're using scent to mark you as property, which is a little possessive, but cute. If a cat approaches you with its tail straight up and vibrating a little bit, it means it's really happy to see you. Cats actually evolved to be able to talk to us because the only time adult cats ever meow is to get a human's attention. They figured out that that's a sound that we respond to, so they basically be out here code switching. Cats can't see us, so they're low-key nearsighted, which is actually why it's better that your cat learns you through scent and not sight. But cats have much better night vision. Cats never really got domesticated the way dogs, cows, and pigs did. Basically, they liked our vibe, hung out with us, and they started evolving with us. If your cat slowly blinks at you, it means he loves you. Many believe that cats can actually smell out disease like cancer in humans. One actually detected breast cancer in her owner before doctors did and ended up saving her life. We don't deserve them either. So
we don't deserve cats. But where are you, Bear?
Maybe they figured out that you don't deserve them.
Yeah, Paddington's crashed out on his
They domesticated themselves, really, yes, but they never got fully domesticated. Cats can go. Cats can go full feral with minimal effort.
I had a kitty for a while. How many do you have, Kyivedam? You have like 3 or 4? Kyivedam's a cat lady.
Yeah, she is.
I don't think
But
she's
not a crazy
cat
one.
lady.
At least no crazier than anyone else in our circles.
I hate to say this, Will, but I consider you more of a crazy cat lady than Kyivedam.
Well, he is a crazy
just
cat.
without the lady, just without the lady part.
Andrew, you have to remember, Will's
Did
an
you
eldritch
dare? Did you
abomination.
just assume his gender?
He's an eldritch abomination. He
I'm
doesn't have a
simply
gender.
stating that I don't consider Will to be female.
I couldn't help but make
Well, I'm gonna ask. What are your pronouns? Okay, we're inclusive on this stream. All right, we're very inclusive.
The most accurate ones don't translate real well to English, so
I'm pretty sure it's he identifies as Nick and Gur. He usually prefers you say them together.
Quickly,
just say it one big word. Oh man, again, we don't deserve cats. We don't deserve the pets we have anyway. Like our species, kind of, hey dog, come over here. You hunt with us, we give you food. And cats like, yeah.
Well, it's the same with like even animals we've domesticated to be livestock. They still have that.
Yeah, but again, like how many species of cats and dogs and other animals have been created because, oh, hey, I have this Siamese cat and this hairless. You know,
there are
ones, all of them.
I'll say there are straight up livestock animals that we have that if humans were to go away, they would eventually cease to exist. Like Angus beef would not exist.
Fucking dairy cows would die off immediately. We really take so much care of them since from birth that they can't take care of themselves.
sheep as they exist now.
Yeah, sheep would die too because we bred them to have thicker coats that they would have no one to shore them. Again, we did this. Shit, there are species of small dog that would die off too because they can't. Without our intervention, like pugs, pugs would die immediately.
Oh yeah, because pugs used to look way different like 30 years ago.
Yeah, they have breathing issues.
Scottish Terriers would have some serious problems.
It's almost like for a lot of these animals, we have a symbiotic relationship.
Shit.
We created the symbiotic relationship.
What about Angus Young?
The teacup
He's gonna
species.
die at some point.
Yeah, but the teacup species of animal, the small mini things, mini pincers and whatnot, they will be gone immediately. They are not designed for anything.
But my favorite dog that I've had personal experience with in all history was teacup, sub teacup size. If this dog weighed 4 ounces, I'm a badger. This dog, it could not say when it was standing on the ground, it could not see above the toe of my boot.
Wow.
Was it though half tremble, half hate?
It was all hate. This dog here was put its paws, its front paws, against the side of my boot and was trying to bite my foot. Even with its paws on the side of my boot, could not get its nose to the top of the toe. It was running its nose into the side of my boot, trying to bite me. And I'm looking down at this like, you have to respect.
God damn it, Rotten. Why'd you get a picture of James? You know James doesn't like to be shown in public.
You just have to respect that kind of attitude and spunk. You know, the gumption to do it. If I'm looking down, it's like, yeah, this is one of two dogs that I told had a real serious problem with scale. As I stepped aside carefully so as not to accidentally step on it.
All right. So when
that
my
one, if I had
mom's cat
sneezed, it would have landed in the next county.
Damn. All right, my mom's cat. When we first got her, I could hold her in the palm of my hand. And when she was smaller, when she first learned to walk down the steps, she would hide between the sofa cushion and the wall, and she would attack your ankles as you walk by. And mind you, her claws were just growing in. So I'm walking by one day. I'm half asleep, and I didn't see her down there, and she attacks my ankles. I scream, motherfucking! And my mother goes, what the hell is wrong with you? You goddamn pit beast! You attacked my ankles. And mind you, her claws were just growing in. They fucking hurt.
Oh yeah, those super needle sharp ones that are just. Oh.
So since then, I always had that she had, and she had the nickname the Pit Beast. Cause, yeah,
My little one here,
Mm-hmm.
Boo. She is. There was a. My two cats were born in a shelter, a vet office that had a shelter.
Okay.
And when their litter came around, there was a Monsters Inc. theme in the naming convention. And so they came with the names of Wazowski and Boo. And
okay.
Give it a little time, the names grew on me and just kind of stuck with them. And she is the perfect little Boo. She's the perfect miniature panther. Yeah, when I got them, she could fit in the palm of my hand. Slight difference being she was about 9 months old at the time. She could fit in the palm of my hand because I can palm a bowling ball.
Yeah, I've seen you. Yeah, you can. Man.
See, our first cat, Sheba, used to look like one of the cats that you would actually see on the commercials, and could quite literally, her meows would a lot of times sound like hello. And she was going to occasionally knock the telephone off of the thing, and had a telemarketer going for like 20 minutes. She's like, hello? And he's like, yes, hello, it's so and so there. She also had a really good habit of blending in with any stuffed animals and whatnot, where you wouldn't necessarily find her. I can't remember where we got her from because I was really little. And our second cat that I named Persian, I was big into Pokemon at the time frame. Not even gonna say anything about it.
Lie.
She was a rescue that a friend had and whatnot, and she was dumb, and I loved her, and she a lot of times listened like a dog. Like quite literally, we had the living room. We had the living room in the basement, and whatnot. And she went upstairs, and everyone's like, "Come here, Persian! Come here, Persian!" I went, "Persian!" I did like a little click on my tongue and whatnot, and snapped my fingers with it. And she walked past my dad, my mom, and my brother, and right to me. They're like, "What the fuck just happened?"
So my grandmother had around the same time she had 2 dogs and 1 cat, and this cat she named Bert. Bert was the meanest, orneriest alley cat you ever did see, and he fucking made sure you knew he ran the house. So my mom was sleeping at my grandparents' place one night, because she had just gotten off of work and she was feeling really tired, and the closest place was their house. She goes there. She says she wakes up, Bert's ass is literally in her fucking face. She flings the cat off. The cat lands on his feet and looks at her, and she looked at the cat. That cat looked like it was about to square. She said, like, I could have sworn that cat was about to fucking fight me. I was about to have to fuck up my mother cat.
And Keith, we got Persian after she was already beyond being a kitten, really. Like quite literally, the cat was found at one of my mom's coworkers' friend's house, and we adopted her.
Hot girl trying to explain why would be her perfect boyfriend mean. Yeah.
Meanest cat I ever met was my ex's cat. It probably should have told me something, but it didn't.
About
I liked
her?
his attitude too. But if you weren't family, he hated you on sight with a vengeance. We're talking about cross the room, hop up on the counter to bite you. Hated you.
You know, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys this story, but I'm telling it. My mom's cat saved my life. So when she died, I really didn't feel like eating or anything, you know, just going through the emotions. And the cat would get in my face and meow because it was hungry. So I'd go downstairs because I had to feed the cat, or it was going to keep me out of my face and feed it. Well, I'm downstairs. Guess I should get something to eat, even though I don't feel like eating. And that cat helped me get through that. So that's why cats have a special place in my heart.
Well, having someone or something else to take care of when you're having a hard time taking care of yourself because of the stuff you're going through does help you get through it.
Yeah, like I said, if I didn't have to feed her, I probably wouldn't be eating. Just didn't feel like eating. So, again, cats have a special place in my heart. That's why when I hear about the shit that's happening to cats, I get a little pissy. Come here. I wish y'all could see her right now. She's just staring up at me. Rotten. Do I still have that
No.
one?
How cute.
I wonder if I still have that one. No. The cat army.
Yeah, no, first cat we had was a black short hair, was half Burmese, half Siamese. Serious temper and attitude problems for some things.
I don't think I showed y'all this one.
Got her from my aunt. She was definitely my cat, as it was the only person in or out of the family that this cat would not get revenge on if she got offended.
Hold on. This I had to play it from the top though.
Fighting soldiers from the sky.
Cats in the cats.
That dude's not possessive enough.
Actually, kind of reminds me of
Garfield.
Reminds me of time with the rabbit. Had a plate of nachos and was sitting down to watch a movie on the TV by way of the computer. The rabbit jumped onto the keyboard so that it stopped the show. Went to grab that, and it stole chips from the plate.
All right, so my mother tells the story of the time they had a single rabbit, and it was Thanksgiving dinner. Ages ago when they were, I think she said she was about 13, 14. And the
I
rabbit
don't know.
somehow
One,
got
one
on the.
stew rabbit's a little bit small for a full Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh no! They had a pet rabbit, and it got up on the table, and like destroyed my grandmother's. Like it destroyed Thanksgiving dinner. Like it was still edible, but it was on the table. It was just jumping around and shit. They said like they believe my grandmother just got rid of it, but the meat was suspiciously different the following day. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
she tells. I'm pretty sure it was told as a joke. You know, it didn't happen that way, but still.
One of the neat things with rabbits, we had fun with like certain things. We get some fresh herbs, like some fresh rosemary and fresh basil, and feed it to the rabbit. And it didn't take very long before the rabbit was smelling very pre-seasoned.
All right. With that one, I'm glad to shut shit down. That was a good line to end on. All right.
There we go.
And I'll play the other one. Tonight is a Tough Into the Void night, correct, Rod?
Yes, it
Rodden?
is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Angela has her time on AJ's Virtual Arcade on Adam's channel. It is at 10:30 Monday night. She also has, I believe, the movie streams with AJ and Inquisitor on Saturdays.
Yep.
Right. And,
Saturday afternoon, I believe that would be 7:30 your time.
Okay. I need to put that into the schedule.
Next Sunday or Saturday, we'll be watching Friday the 13th.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh.
Then after that, maybe they'll watch Friday the 14th.
Saturday the 14th.
Do I
Which
do I
actually
have
is
to
a movie.
watch the first 12 to get the story?
I was waiting for that joke.
God
We did
damn
a Nightmare on
Oh.
Elm Street today, but the stream definitely, like the conversation definitely jumped off the rails.
As it
But
does
you
always.
Introduce them into A Nightmare on My Street.
Actually, when
Hey,
we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it did not shift that much.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Do you have anything planned?
No.
Will does every even Sunday or even Saturday and game stream, correct?
Even Saturdays are art streams.
Oh yeah, today's odd Saturday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Odd Saturday is the game stream, and he's currently playing through Choo Choo Charles.
Well, I finished that today. I didn't expect to get it one and done, so I'm not gonna try the nightmare mode. I hate myself,
no.
but there are limits.
God no. He played Evil Tank, Thomas the Tank Engine. That shit was scary. What you gonna play after that?
I don't know, but I got to pull another one from my spooky, creepy, scary catalog. So maybe I'll go with the Quarry. Maybe I'll go with Chernobylite.
I got. If you want to play, so I have that one. I can help. One of the Saturdays that I'm off, I don't mind hopping on with you with that one. That's the one that I have. I want to get the second one when it comes out because that shit's fun.
I've got a variety to go through.
Hammer. Anything other than the Wednesday show you want to promote?
No, Wednesday show's good. 9 o'clock.
All right.
8:30 on Rumble.
Okay, on the Minions channel with Gen T Maxi and Ty Diamantis. I have all the stuff I got. I have the Minions on Monday nights, 11 p.m. with Mission Emo, sometimes functional, and then when it just pops on, we do Minions of the Zoo in space. Then I also have with Angela Ariaga, Mission Emo, and Dr. Functional, and Kefk. Never Watch Alone. This week we are doing, let me pull it up really quickly. We are doing Hellraiser Punishment and the Sawyer Massacre. Hellraiser is you know what that is. And the Sawyer Massacre is a fan film that is an unofficial prequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So hopefully that's good.
Oh.
Look, Angela, I know I picked a lot of shit ones. I'm hoping this one gets me out that slump.
I'm gonna be super surprised if I like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film because I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So
The question is, are they all going to be so dark you can barely tell what's going on?
oh my god, that was so bad. They're normally not all like that.
I know.
I don't know what it was with last Thursday, but I swear. I was wearing my glasses. I couldn't see shit, but I was wearing my glasses.
Shit, you couldn't see shit even with glasses on. I was wearing my glasses too. For anyone that doesn't...
As I said in the comments, because I couldn't have the audio. It's funny thing is I'm working at that time. I can't have the audio on, but I can, give you a viewer in the background and looked at it as like, oh man, Gamma 3.
For anyone that didn't watch
You
last
didn't
week,
miss anything.
You really didn't miss anything, but you missed a lot of great meme lines. Like, I forgot I had a son.
Just recommend to watch it in that whole thing. You don't need to explain more of it.
And the funny thing is, there are 2 more of those, and I'm gonna make us watch them.
Oh,
I've got to work that day.
You know what, Rod? I'll make sure it's a day you don't have to work.
He's say nope, got an emergency call. Have to go in. They said nobody else but me can fix it.
Now I'm gonna pull one of Chris Titus's stepmom's things. I have something to do away.
not here.
And then I have we have the midnight show back to our original time because my schedule is changing and such is life. Next week, I do believe we have Keith on the programming. Let's see. So it'll be a musical episode. Let's make it sure.
Yes.
Grab my phone because I don't have it attached. But I do believe it's a musical episode. Where's my calendar? Yep, it's a musical episode. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for coming out. If you check the pinned comment in chat or in the description, you will find in the pinned comment in chat, you will find a single link, which is to all the GoFundMe's and charities, and in there's also the Kickstarter for Never Watch Alone Ghost Files and Ghost Edition. If you know the lore of the Never Watch Alone series, or Never Hike Alone, my bad. If you know the lore of how Never Watch Alone started, you know why we are really trying to push that film or that Kickstarter. Anything you can greatly give is greatly appreciated for all the stuff there. If you check the description, you will find a... Thank you. If you check the description, you will find a schedule of all the stuff we do. tentatively. Check it out if you want more of us. So, I'm not going to ask Cameron which one to play because with this new auto movie, it just makes shit easier. So I'll just play one. So, say goodbye to the night people.
Latest.
I know.
Bye.
All right.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away.